Okay, good morning, Bernard.
Good morning, Dr. Priscilla. I'm ready for the new lesson.
Okay, fantastic. So today we're going to read about Kim Kardashian West. Kim Kardashian is somewhat of a model of sorts, I guess. She's a very pretty girl, and she's married to one of the popular rappers in the U.S. His name is Kanye West. So let's take a quick look at the vocabulary words and see if you can just name these vocabulary words. Brand.
Yes, I can see your screen. I see. Oh, just 1 minute. I stop that. I can see your screen.
Okay, can you read these vocabulary words?
No, I can see the screen.
Oh, you can't see the screen.
I can't see the screen.
Okay. Now, can you see vocabulary?
Yes.
Okay,
Brand,
great.
brand, traditional, register,
Reg-
legal,
register.
register,
Register.
register,
Register.
Okay.
legal, proud.
All right, so those are the vocabulary words for today. Do you have any questions about any of the vocabulary words?
I need perhaps to read the definition.
Okay.
Brand is Coke. Coke is one of the world's most famous brands. Okay, Coca-Cola. Coke is one of the most famous brands. Traditional. She saw a traditional dance in Spain. Register. The students are waiting to register for courses. Alcohol is legal drink. Is proud of his successful doctor. Perfect.
Okay. So in exercise 2, we'll read the article.
Yes. Kim Kardashian West changes kimono brand name. Kim Kardashian West will change the name of her underwear brand, which she had called Kimono Solution Wear, after people on the internet and the Japanese government complained. When West announced the brand's name in June 2019, Japanese people on social media said that it was wrong for her to use the name of the traditional clothing items. Japan's trade minister, Hiroshige Seko, said that the kimono is known around the world as Japanese and that West should not be allowed to register it as a legal name of her underwear brand. She said that the kimono is something that Japan is very proud of, and that even in the US, it's known as a Japanese thing. Kyoto Mayor Dezaiku Kadogawa, who wears a kimono to work, wrote a letter to West to say that kimonos are an important part of Japanese culture. He said that she should visit Kyoto, which is home to many kimono makers, to experience real kimono culture. Kadogawa is also working to register traditional Japanese kimono with UNESCO. On July the 1st, West wrote on Twitter that she thinks about what is right for other cultures and people when she makes all her products, and that after careful thought, she had decided to change the name of the underwear brand. In a second letter, Kadogawa thanked West for her decision to change the brand's name.
Okay, and this word is thanked with the T ending. Thanked.
Thank.
Okay. So in this article, there's a young lady named Kim Kardashian West.
Yes.
And she has a designer line of clothing. Her name is Kim, and she was thinking of calling her clothing line Kimono Solution Wear. But people in Japan protested, and they said that the word kimono is associated with Japan's heritage more so than underwear, and they had requested her not to name her brand of underwear Kimono. She agreed not to name her underwear Kimono, so pretty soon her clothing will be on sale in the US if it's not on sale already. Did you understand?
Yes, I understand. I understood the meaning of this article. Not all the words, but I understand the meaning. Kim Kardashian West create an underwear kimono
Mm-hmm.
in the US, and as kimono is a name very famous in Japan and, and a part of their heritage culture, the Japanese and some other people on the internet complains about this name in the US.
Mm-hmm.
After careful thought about this, Kim Kardashian West decided to cancel the name and choose another name for her underwear clothes.
Very good. So she's going to decide another name for her underclothing. Let's take a look at the questions. What was the name of Kim Kardashian's West underwear brand?
The name of Kim Kardashian West underwear was Kimono. But what kind of underwear is? Is it a dress? Is it
Her underwear, like a bra, underpants, slips, lingerie-like clothing.
okay, okay. Like okay.
Mhm. And so the name of her brand of clothing that she was going to name is Kimono Solution Wear.
Okay. It's the name was Kimono Solution Wear. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Number 2, can you read number 2?
Does Japan Trade Minister think West should be allowed to register kimono as the legal name of their underwear brand? No, he's not agree with that because he thinks that kimono is the legal name of traditional clothes in
Mm-hmm.
Japan, very famous all over the world.
Very good. So they don't want her to name her clothing Kimono, something wear, popular wear. Number 3,
Why did Kyoto's mayor tell West that she should visit Kyoto?
okay.
Kyoto mayors told to West that she could visit Tokyo and the big factories who create kimonos in order to understand what is important for the Japanese to have their kimonos protected by the law.
Yes. Okay. Now put these 3 together. The name of Kim Kardashian's underwear is Kimono Solution Wear, but the minister of Japan thinks that she should not be allowed to have the name kimono because kimono has long been associated with Japanese wear. But the mayor did tell uh, Kim that she should visit Tokyo at some point.
Yes.
All right.
I practiced judo during a large part of my life.
Okay.
I was a teacher of judo for 10 years. I had a club, and I always had my kimono in my wardrobe. I,
Oh.
I keep my kimono. I very keen of my kimono.
Mhm. All right. It sounds like that would be something that you would keep indoors, not in your car, though. All right. Number 2.
Why do you think West choose to use the word kimono for the name of her brand? I suppose because it looks like a real kimono in Japan, and perhaps she thought that the word was very famous for
Okay.
selling.
Number 3.
Do you think it's important to protect traditional culture? Why? Why not? I think it's important to protect traditional culture for a large group of people like Japan, like big communities like this, what afraid me today is the culture are complained for too many minorities now that it's something afraid. For example, when the Corsica want to preserve its culture, it's a small island, and it's part of the France, and I suppose it's important for them to preserve some part of the culture, but not too much.
Yes. So if they're allowed to kill a few whales, they can serve the whale meat, because as I read the article, its constituents, the people that live there, are accustomed to seeing a bear in chain or someone walking the bear. Okay, the next one.
Do you ever wear your country's traditional country clothing? Or if so, on what occasion? If not, why not? In my country, we don't have traditional clothing, so I don't wear traditional clothing.
Okay. If you were to create your own clothing brand, what would you name it? And what kind of clothes would you sell?
If I create my own clothing brand, I couldn't imagine that I could do that. What kind of clothes would you sell? I like to sell the clothes very easy to wear, comfortable, and it depends of the weather. But I'm not a real choice. I'm not attached to a special clothes.
Right. All right. So we'll switch in, so we don't have to come back over in this area. Do you think it's important to, no, number four, number four.
Do you ever wear your clothes? Do you ever wear your country's traditional clothing? If so, on what occasion? If not, why not? Not because I don't have traditional clothing in my country, unless when there are some meeting to the fest. Sometimes the people disguise them in traditional clothes that exist in the past.
Okay. And if you were to create your own clothing brand, what would you name it?
I can't imagine that I could create a clothing brand. I don't have an idea about that.
Well, if I were to create some, I would just call it Priscillas Wear.
Could you repeat, please?
If I were to create it, I would call it Priscillas Wear.
Okay. Oh, yes. The next time I create something, I will call them Bernard's Wear.
Right. All right, let's look at exercise 5 and answer in a complete sentence if you can. What are your favorite clothing brands? Is it Nike? Do you have a favorite brand?
My favorite clothing brand is surely Blue Jeans, who came from the USA, in fact, when it's winter. And for example, in France now it's summer, and I'm in short and shirt.
So would it be Wrangler jeans? Would they have a brand name?
No, I'm not.
You just know they're just jeans.
Jeans. I'm don't very keen of the name of brands. For me, a jean is a jean, even if it's a Levi's or another brand. No problem for me. What's important is I'm comfortable in it and that it suits me.
Okay. So how often do you shop for new clothes?
Oh, perhaps at least about 10 times a year, I suppose.
Okay.
Usually when we work in the city or in the big commercial store, sometimes I could see something interesting because it seems pleasant to me. It could be a jean, it could be a t-shirt, it could be a shirt. And if I'm attired, if I'm
Relaxing.
relaxing, I could enter in the shop and choose directly this article. Usually, it's very quick for me. But
Okay.
I could
So,
say, "Oh, I like that," and I could sell it.
okay.
But I don't need to compare. If it plays to me, it's enough.
Okay. All right. So that's going to take me to the end of our lesson for today. I'm going to pause the recording.